Hello, my wonderful listeners. Welcome back to another episode of your podcast, where language isn't just a skill, it's a way of seeing the world, understanding it, and connecting through it. Today, we're starting a lot different, right? We don't have the intro. This time, it's only me and going straight to the content. So, I want you to close your eyes and imagine something with me. Imagine a world where every child, regardless of where they're born, is raised in a school system that teaches them two, three, or even four languages. Imagine walking into a classroom in Nairobi and hearing children switch from Swahili to English to French with ease. Or a school in Peru where kids flow between Spanish, Quechua, and Mandarin during science class. It sounds ambitious, right? Maybe even utopian, but is it possible? Can we truly create a world of polyglot schools? And more importantly, what would it mean if we did? That's what we're going to explore in today's episode. Polyglot schools. Can we create a world where every child learns multiple languages? This is a story about language, about identity, about inclusion, about power, and about a vision for education that is more equitable, more connected, and far more human than what we've settled for. So, make yourself comfortable and let's dive in. So let's begin by breaking down the core idea. What exactly is a polyglot school? A polyglot school, at its heart, it's not just a school that teaches foreign languages. It's a school where multilingualism is embedded into the very fabric of learning. Not an extra, right? Not a class squeeze in between math and gym, but a core value, a pedagogical principle, and a cultural expectation. In a true polyglot school, language is not seen as a subject. It's a medium of life. Students learn math in one language, read poetry in another, and debate ethics in a third. But before we jump in what this could look like globally, we need to ask, why should every child learn multiple languages? The answer is simple. Because languages are keys. Each language opens a door to a new way of thinking, of expressing emotion, of perceiving the world, and so on. Languages shape our cognition. They give us words for what we feel, tools for how we think, and stories that explain who we are. And yet, most school systems still treat multilingualism as an option for the privileged. It's often limited to international schools, elite urban institutions, or special programs in high-income regions. But why is that? Science tells us that children are natural language learners. Their brains are wired for it. In fact, the earlier they're exposed to multiple languages, the more intuitively and fluently they can absorb them, without confusion, without stress, and with deeper cultural sensitivity. Let me share with you what happens inside a polyglot brain. Neurolinguistic research shows that bilingual and multilingual children develop stronger executive functions, the part of the brain that handles attention, decision-making, and cognitive flexibility. These kids are more adaptable, better at switching tasks, and often more empathetic because they learn from a young age that the same idea can be expressed in different ways. And that communication is never one size fits all. But beyond the brain, beyond the test score, lies something deeper. A child who grows up multilingual doesn't just speak more languages. They learn to see through more eyes. They see the world from more than one cultural lens. They build bridges between people and communities. They become natural peacemakers, cultural mediators, storytellers, and thinkers who thrive in complexity. Isn't that the kind of human being we want to raise? So then we ask, why isn't this the norm? Why is that most children grow up in a monolingual school system? Systems that often silence their home languages, discourage linguistic diversity, or reduce language learning to grammar drills and vocabulary tests. One reason is policy. Yeah, for sure you all know about this one. For sure you all guessed this one. Another is bias. But perhaps the most dangerous reason is habit. Many educational systems are built on outdated colonial legacies, where a single dominant language, often English, French, Spanish, or Portuguese, is positioned as the language of power, and all others are treated as lesser. In many post-colonial societies, children are taught in a language that is not their mother tongue, not because it helps them learn better, but because it aligns with the structures of authority and economic aspiration. This not only creates barriers to comprehension, but also slowly disconnects children from their cultural roots, their stories, their families. So, a polyglot school challenges that legacy. It says, your language matters, your culture matters, and learning another language doesn't mean giving up your own. So, what does a polyglot school look like in real life? Let me take you to Luxembourg, a country with 3 official languages: Luxembourgish, French, and German. From an early age, children are taught in all 3. It's not just a language class, it's the structure of the school day. Students grow up fluent in 3 languages as a norm, not as an exception. Or consider Singapore, where students are taught English alongside their designated mother tongue language, be it Mandarin, Malay, or Tamil, ensuring that economic development doesn't erase cultural identity. Now, let's go to Barcelona, where the Catalan language has been revived through immersion programs that give children pride in their regional identity while still equipping them with fluency in Spanish and often English. These are not utopias. These are real systems with real results. And the evidence is clear. Children in multilingual schools perform better, not just in language skills, but across the board. They show higher cognitive development, better social skills, stronger cultural awareness, and a deeper love for learning. But to build more polyglot schools, we must go beyond policy. We need vision. We need teacher training, inclusive curriculum, and we need parents and communities to see the value, not just in job markets, but in hearts and minds. Imagine a world where refugee children are not asked to abandon their language to integrate, but are instead celebrated for bringing new languages into the classroom. Imagine a world where rural children in Peru can learn in both Spanish and Quechua, where children in Nigeria learn in Yoruba and English, where a child in Mongolia speaks fluently in Mongolian, Russian, and Mandarin, before the age of 12. Not because they are prodigies, but because the system is designed that way. And this episode is sponsored by Polyglot Languages at MikeEnglishOnline.com, where learning has no limits. Are you ready to take your language skills, teaching career, or professional growth to the next level? Whether you're looking to master a new language, prepare for international exams, or enhance your teaching expertise, Polyglot Languages is here to help. At MikeEnglishOnline.com, we offer language learning for all levels and ages: English, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, and more. English for specific purposes: business, academic, travel, and professional communication. International exams preparation: IELTS, TOEFL, CEFR, and beyond. But that's not all. If you're an educator, trainer, or aspiring teacher, we also provide workshops and seminars on pedagogy, educational psychology, motivation, classroom strategies, and innovative teaching techniques. Teacher training programs to help you stay ahead in the ever-evolving world of education. Expert insights on language acquisition, student engagement, and modern teaching methodologies. At Polyglot Languages, we don't just teach, we empower, inspire, and transform. Whether you're a student, a teacher, or a professional, we help you unlock opportunities, confidence, and success. Visit MikeEnglishOnline.com today and start your journey toward mastery, because learning is a lifelong adventure, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. Ready to level up? Click the link in the description and join Polyglot Languages today. Well, that world is not only possible, it's already taken shape. With AI, global collaboration, and new methods of immersion-based learning, we now have the tools to scale multilingual education like never before. The question is, do we have the will? Because if we do, we can raise a new generation of humans who not only speak across borders, but think beyond them. We can build a future where language doesn't divide us, it connects us. And we can gift every child the power of seeing the world through many tongues, many truths, and many stories. Because in the end, language is not just what we speak, it's how we understand, how we belong, how we love. And as I always say, until next time, keep speaking, keep exploring, and keep growing.